go down in the city. Nope, wrong mood. I'm gonna go ahead and just recognize that today is the Tuesday, the 10th of March, 2021. I'm in Denver, Colorado. And for those of you joining us live, I'm going to say good morning, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. Welcome to the second day of traumatic displacement this week. We're on our way in this cold, wet, nasty day. It's not too nasty yet. It's going to get worse. Today it's going to brighten up. It'll be in the 50s before we plummet into a temperature variance of weather that could give us as much as 3 feet of snow in Denver, Colorado over a 5-day period. There's going to be a rain-snow mix, and while this is coming, our city leaders, elected and employed, are continuing to traumatically displace those whose existence is already traumatic. With that in mind, I beseech you to consider my call today. After we observe, for the public record, this displacement, I will be moving in a direction. See, I didn't want to blow a red light, so I wasn't going to do that. I'm going to be moving in a direction toward the Goodwill Outlet Worlds, in which we're going to shop. I have, I think it's $40 in the pool. We need water bottles, we need coffee cups, we need blankets, we need jackets. I was meditating this morning about how I have the space and the luxury and the need and use for at least 5 jackets. As my friend Kenny brings me my jacket back that I wrote with Scotch tape press in on. It's a rain jacket, but it did have the word press on it to be visible. 13th and Downing is a red light flasher. So I had another jacket in my closet to grab. Now it's currently raining. I'm headed to 6th and Bannock, where we anticipate there's going to be a giant fence and that people are going to be getting shuffled around. So we're moving as fast as we can to get out the door in a safe manner. If you also have noticed lately, there's a growing number of Denver Metro journalists videotaping the activities, carrying the load, bringing their perception. Robert Gauss, Gauss, he's moving to New York soon, and he's going to show us another view. We have Crash Landon, who goes out and does some of the protests. Carol Funk is out there feeding people, going to actions, bringing both a YouTube and a Facebook audiences. We've got Untelevised Media. There's Ghost Rider, Colorado Donkey Watch, and ZFG Videography brought us the Boulder, quote unquote, Cops Crash Party for the students, right? So there's a lot of things going on there. And I want to just make sure that we all conscientiously have a chance to share the love, go to other channels if you're a watcher. If you use YouTube just to track like where things are at, that's a good thing. If you really like to follow the real thoughts, the meat and potatoes of the conversations, and you're not the person who skips through all of this right here and really wishes that I just made some videos where we're at the actions, we're breaking it up, or all those things. Hey, let's see all your tree line fencing here in the middle on the left-hand side. That is a barrier fencing to keep the unhoused from taking residency. Allegedly also to protect the trees. But really, if they were going to protect the trees, they would do that. You'll notice that their whole neighborhood on both sides is virtually covered in that tree line area. And what it's sad is because what it's going to do is it's going to turn the trees into the spot where they have like a 9 foot, not even a 9 foot, like a 3 or 4 foot square. So I didn't see anything there. Darn it. I need to ask somebody. Good morning. Hey, listen, I posted a photograph. I went to 6th and we're here. We went past that. No, we didn't. Because that's 8th. That's why I missed it, because we're not there yet. So this area, there's supposed to be a giant rolling area that's going to be fenced off this morning for the zonage, which is why I was kind of concerned. Now I remember where this is going to be. It's on the other side of Denver Health. That's where the cities are at. You have the time to watch me drive around and give you my thoughts. If you like to drive around and get my thoughts, if you are a person who gathers information off of that, I know there's a lot of you out there. I continue to run into individuals. I think it was Brandy the other day. There was another one or two at the Jazz Festival who came to say hi directly. We're glad. We're going to offer you some things on TrueTube.live soon. TrueTube.live is going to be a additional platform. There's some new toys and tools that are going to be rolling out here in the near future, and we're going to be moving with that platform to grow our audiences, to offer a print shop, capacities for a wide variety of media levels, right? The road is closed ahead. Do you know what that means? I do, ladies and gentlemen. We found the traumatic displacement of unhoused individuals on this rainy Tuesday morning. That's right. We have located the displacement. Dun, 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 dun. Na, 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 na. There it is, across the screen. I don't know how well you can see right now. I guess my things are not as bright as they could be. Trump said, "Good morning." Trying to turn the volume of light up. Light has volumes, if you don't know. Gothic Harlequin, good morning. Trump said, Freddie showing news. Everything here, power on to the people. Yes. Can you see that fencing across the street from me? That is traumatic displacement occurring live in front of your eyes. This is, I'm following this car. So, that's how that works out. Nurses all around. Medical, health, and welfare uses. Only need to apply right here. Don't be afraid, my dear. We've got you covered, 'cause it's power to the people. We found the traumatically displaced. This is the COVID testing site by day, by the way. It's not quite set up yet. They're letting all the traffic come and flow and come and go. You got to do those hours through the day when people are awake and they don't have far to stay. Oh, my mind. There's traumatic displacement on both sides. We're going to get out and pop this for you here in a second. We'll show you that they're all over the place here. We have found it. We are here. Sorry for the movement, folks. We'll get you covered in a second. This is a large-scale traumatic displacement occurring off of Main Street, it looks like. Yes. We also have
What newspaper are you from?
what?
What newspaper are you from?
I'm with Cut the Plastic. I'm a Denver live streamer.
I'm also like a provider of food, blankets, and all the things. Let's see what it's today. My name's Brian. Would you like to tell the world what's going on today? I mean, I got a live camera, and you asked. And I think people need to hear your story.
It's raining. That's right. I said that, didn't I? Out came the umbrellas. They don't melt. Well, cameras melt, so we got to consider those options. Sorry for the sky view there, folks. We'll get you zoomed in here short enough. Where's the love? Where is the love, the love, the love? I know that song.
interview you about this later.
Yes, it is it? It's a real bumper. It ain't a bumper for that.
Also,
That's part of this milk for the fair.
over here needs other cardboard. Also, I was just left the whole
Right, you want a donut?
Can I help in
Coffee?
right on?
I'm good. I don't need this. Who needs this? You want this?
Thank you. That's much better.
Alright, well, I'll tip you a little here and I'll use that.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Get like a piece of duct tape. Just duct tape.
not a bad idea.
Might obstruct the view.
There we are. Let's go take a walk around things, folks.
Count how many cops there are. I'm gonna guess 25 around these 3 camps.
3 camps being swept right now simultaneously. That's the first piece of information that we need to do.
6. There's 6 right here. 7. 7 right here.
Okay.
I'm going to also show you the Voodoo Donuts that are here. These are donuts by the bucket.
That went pretty fast.
The buckets become porta potties afterwards. So that's a fantastic new program that we got going on. I'm going to have this M&M donut right here. It'll be like having a piece of birthday cake.
That thing looks wild.
Exactly.
I need something
Have a
more.
donut?
Voodoo Donuts.
I really need like just something simple. This looks simple. That was like,
Okay. You want to go take a look at things over here? Oh, just taking a look at things. Curious, how many people are getting vouchers? Are people getting vouchers?
I have no idea.
Usually you know these things.
I normally do, but I just got here. I don't know much right now. Is Tanya here yet, guys?
oh, I can eat 5 bags if you want.
Can you get shopping carts in there? That's kind of the major stuff
It
that
depends how tall the shopping cart
they're.
is.
I don't think they're stacked that high.
This is the new change. We actually cooperate and work together on this.
If we can still hold on, the lady, she's doing okay.
Okay, yeah, I thought right here would be over, but
That's fine. As soon as you get anybody has a pitch up, that'll be the best thing for the lady here.
okay.
Thank you, guys.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somebody's in that car. That's 6.
The person is
Yeah, yeah.
right.
There's 3 workers down at the far end. Another officer there. So,
Just partially sitting.
yeah, no, you're good. Is that an old jacket?
Huh?
Is that an old jacket? You just get that.
I just got it.
So when they do the stitching for the Denver Police Department,
Yeah.
they should be contracting, as the new state law will require, to have your name and badge
I
number.
would agree, but when you get it, this is all that's on there, and nobody has been able to do this as of yet.
Okay.
I've gone multiple times to try to get it done. And
So I think that I have a place to do it. I have a guy.
I got several things that need to be done.
No, because what we've got to do is we've got to get it done uniformly. And if we're going to do it right, then we should be able to contract as minority businesses to have that work with the city. It is our tax dollars being used after all, right? They're asking for all the uniforms to be covered
No,
now?
I pay for.
Or you have to pay for that individually?
I pay for that.
Well, I mean, I know a young African American gentleman in 5 Points
But we're still waiting for the pickup.
who I'm pretty confident can actually do the work that you need done.
Right.
So I'm gonna call him after
It's gotta
this.
be- and that's got to go through the file. Well, if it's done individually, that's fine. This stuff, I don't know who they down.
Right, but what I'm saying is that because those are done, those can be done on a on-demand status. So you order your jacket, they stitch the thing in, and the
Well,
stitch.
I think the way they do it is they order a bunch of jackets in all the different sizes. They have these put on them, and then they wait for the officers to go in to go get one, and you have to use points or whatever.
Gotcha.
So-
Yeah.
They
Okay.
just pulled up at the wrong entrance, so they should be here in a second.
Let me know when she gets there, and we'll get her in and help this lady out.
All right. Well, at least this early in the morning we can find some productivity in it. So. Yeah, I think I can actually. I recognize what you're saying about the bulk order because of the purchase power and the size of the order. You probably get, the department probably orders a bulk of 500 or
Whatever it is, and whoever, you know how purchasing goes. It's got to go through a bid process and
I do.
all that. So
Yeah,
you know,
but at least if it's individually, we can.
for the name and stuff, I've had to pay for everything over the last 20 some odd years.
Okay. I thought that because it was now law, that there was funding changes happening. Because they said, I heard it on the news, it's like $10,000 for an officer's uniform.
I think that has to do with, and I think in that same thing that has to do with the new officers' right equipment or stuff along those lines. I thought that was in that article. It's not for the people that have been here who already have it. For any
Well, that's discrimination.
get out of here.
Why does the new guy get it, but the old guy
You
doesn't?
don't need new stuff.
Oh, you're talking about like the body armor
Like
and
the
all that.
helmets and
Yeah. But I'm saying it's discrimination because I bet you that their stuff is up to code, meaning that when they get a new jacket, the young person in the car has their name and badge number on their jacket.
No, I don't think they're putting a name and badge. I think that's up to the individual cop.
All right.
And the problems that I ran into when I was doing it, nobody would, if they were open, they weren't doing embroidery.
They weren't doing a what?
Embroidery. The places where I went to try and get it done on my shirts and on my coat.
Yeah, I got a
Nobody
guy.
would touch anything
I mean,
right
he's
now.
doing hats, right?
Yeah.
The stuff that would get stitched into the hat. So I'm pretty sure those machines will do this, and minority, own businesses in the 5 Points district.
Yep. So I don't know. We'll have to see how.
I'll find out more.
Okay.
Is that pocket in the front of it there on top, or is
There's
it
the
just
pocket, so it's got to go just the one layer.
one layer?
Yeah, let's try not to embroider the pocket closed.
Well, they probably might actually do the flap.
Well, it'd have to be down in here. You know what I'm saying?
Let me you got a car coming out. That was a personal vehicle being utilized. 1, 2, 3, All right, I gotta go see all the spaces.
Okie dokie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people over there. Garbage truck. So there's at least six encampments in this sector.
Sorry.
You're okay. Is this your yerba?
No, they were Okay. So I know the folks pretty well.
They say I know them pretty well.
No, no, beer pong socks.
So right now, one of the things that's going on is that there's a vehicle that's about to enter here with the assistants. They were called out earlier. They're going to be pulling in to unload people. Another cop. Government plate. No green tag on it. See? That's the difference between the vehicles. Good morning.
Morning.
When I pulled up, you were mentioning some things that were going on this morning, a call for some new items and stuff like that. Can you just tell the people who are following along around the world in Denver as well what's going on, what the needs are?
Well, we already saw frostbitten finger this morning. You think because it's a little warmer, there's not frostbite, but you get cold and then it gets, wet and get cold. And you have frostbite. So we need mittens, hats, and tarps, socks, hand warmers, anything like that, especially with the coming snow and cold.
So it is expected to get, I heard this morning, up to 3 feet of snow in Denver.
There's so many rumors going around. I don't know how much, but there's going to be snow and there's going to be cold. And the snow is really hard because people get wet. You need dry socks. Even, clean used socks are great.
Clean used socks, dry socks. These are all important items.
You don't want to lose digits. You don't want to lose toes and fingers.
And that's important. We definitely want to keep people physically, medically safer by not allowing them to get, their appendages to freeze. What are you seeing? Are they rotted? I'm not real familiar with frostbite.
They're black. And then they can get really black and blistery. And sometimes it's just a tip or a couple, and they can go in. And a lot of unhoused folks have trauma with going into the hospital, so they don't want to go in because they're afraid they're going to lose their something, And there was a guy at the last cold spell that did not want to go in, and after a couple days, we finally convinced him to go in, and then he lost 5 toes. If you wait longer, you're going to lose more. So.
Holy cow. So you were working with somebody trying to just get them convinced that if they went in right away, it would be better. So they lost 5 toes, but if they hadn't gone in, they might have lost their foot.
Right. So I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, if we had gone in the first day we saw him, we might have, only lost some tips of toes. So, yeah, that's really sad. And there's as of a couple days ago, there were still 13 unhoused in the burn unit with frostbite.
13.
13.
13.
Over 30 cases of frostbite during the last cold spell. And 13 were still in the burn unit just a couple days ago. I don't know how many are there now. But,
Okay, so if you didn't hear that clearly, I want to make sure I repeat it. That there were 13 people in the burn unit, but up to 30 after the last snowstorm.
yeah, well, 4 in Denver died from exposure.
And 4 people died from exposure. What does this mean? It means really that the tents, the tarps that are going out, the packages of bags with the insulation that are made on Monday nights, the heaters, with the candles and the lard and the hand sanitizer, alcohol solutions that people are going to utilize to survive on.
Yeah, yeah.
That layers, having blankets
Blankets, sleeping bags.
to
tarp
keep
sets,
the body warm, to keep the appendages from getting
Right.
cold.
more warmer, then the fingers stay warmer too. you
Keep
know?
the core warmer, the fingers stay warmer. So I already tweeted this morning that I was going shopping today.
Well, this is yeah. We call it hand sanitizer, but it's actually fuel to keep fingers from not lost.
So these are bottles that are going to keep somebody alive. This
Warm burritos for folks. Yeah.
oh, what do you got there? Wonderful human beings bringing food too.
Oh, your bag. No, I don't.
What do you need?
I'll just.
A tote?
I have your other bag, so I'll. Okay. And then next time. I just didn't finish. Or else. Oh no, that's no problem. I have a couple of them. So. Okay, you can read it. Okay. I just put it down. So I will bring it. Yeah. I'll okay. I'll bring both things. No. I just
So as you can see, we have units just rolling around. This is District 3's 9330. The reason for me to tell this story is that about the tarps and about the blankets and about the jackets is that we're going to go to a Goodwill Outlet World today. We're going to pay for as much as we can get. Those blankets, those slacks, those jackets, the cups, they all make a difference. As you can see, the coffee canteens, the water canteens. These folks brought burritos, muffins. It's wonderful kindness. Wonderful kindness. Very attracts a lot of that. So we're gonna just encourage you. I can't see the chat, and I'm a little all over the place this morning. Lots of good people in Denver. Carol, thanks. Chuck Bronson, good to see you in here. Trump said, everybody, what I was trying to explain basically is that we've got to go buy more stuff because people are still getting frostbite. People are still dying. They're still bringing these giant garbage trucks, and there are tents still going in them. Okay? That's the key. Tents are going in the garbage trucks. It's not just their recyclables, their post-consumer waste products. It's their social security cards, their birth certificates, their IDs, their medicines.
I want to work. Who will allow me to work without receiving the mark of the beast? I want to work.
I want to work, but I don't want the mark of the beast, the social security number. Oh, there's a hoodie. I've been looking for these. Good morning, folks. Hi, my name's Brian. I'm pointed off camera right now, but I am a live streamer and a journalist, and I wanted to see. I noticed your hoodie with the screen on the back of it. Oh, you have one too. That's beautiful. Can I ask you some questions and talk about what's going on today?
Well, I'm housed. I'm just here to support a friend.
No, that's great.
I've recently housed though. I was out here in Wilmington, for about 2 years, and I think this isn't solving anything.
So what in your experience today, did they offer vouchers to anybody?
No.
Are they trying to put people in housing?
No, they just came by and asked us if we needed any services, like mental health services or referrals. And it's like, maybe some of us do, maybe some of us don't, but this isn't the way to get the problem solved with the homeless crisis, and they're not offering any real long-term solutions other than referrals. It's like, go to room A, and then at room A they tell you go back to room C, and then room C's like, no, you gotta go back to room A. It's back and forth and back and forth. That's what I feel like.
A lot of runaround, and that's the same with having to move week after week after week.
Because my buddy here that I'm here to support, he was at 13th and Pearl. They swept him from there. He went to 10th and Bannock. They swept him from there, and this is the third time in just as many weeks that he's had to go. And for someone who has a compromised immune system, which he does, he's had a pneumonia, he had not just being out here and doing all of this moving, let alone in this situation to begin with. And that's why I'm here to support him, because he has compromised health, and I'm here to care about my friends.
That's
They
important.
don't care about us, but I do. As people like us do.
Yes.
I don't know, it's upsetting, and it hurts my heart to see so much enmity and inhumanity. Like, they're looking down on us when it's really them who are lower than us. The way that they're treating us, it's not love.
It's not. It's really why I'm out here is because I find this very disheartening, and it's the despicable process.
Well, what does it say about us as a species in the grand scheme of things? Like, we place emphasis on vacant parking lots, more importance on those than we do on people.
Yeah, and I think that from birth to death, we should be taking care of things
We spend
for
our
our
lives in
people.
service to others. Everybody. We're all servants. Some of us are not so humble about it, but I'm here to serve my friends because they serve me. You can't always be the servant, but you're not always going to be the served. Some days you serve others, some days you get served. That's how it works from birth to death.
Yeah, you're right about that. Absolutely.
I love my friends. I love my family. I try to walk in love for all of humanity, but this is inhumane.
It is
Looking at
inhumane.
faces like we're animals in cages, and then tearing down tents with knives and shit. That's very uncouth and it's unbecoming of our city. What do
Wait,
they say
tearing
about
down tents with knives?
that green tent that's over there is like it's now all you can see is the black of the mesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut it down with a guy came up to it with a box cutter. There were uncapped points and stuff in it, granted, but it didn't require being cut up with knives. He could have taken the points out of the tent and then maybe dismantled the tent so that somebody else who didn't abandon the tent could possibly get use out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is kind of the cat and mouse game that is being played. And people who want to capture that stuff have to come in before and claim the property, right?
Yeah.
Even as it's being abandoned.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
I think that it is disgusting that we're not.
I have a exemption card from the needle exchange, so I could have claimed it, but it's like, I don't really want to. I don't want it.
Right.
I want it to. It didn't need to be dismantled. It could have been somebody could use it.
And that's a regular issue. And that's why we're out here, to expose these things. I've been dropping food off in this block for what feels like a month.
And
Maybe
I've had
two.
friends staying here since at least the day before Thanksgiving was when I got my apartment, and my friends were staying down here since the day before Thanksgiving. One guy, his name is Patrick, who just walked off on a bike with the bike. He's been staying down here since around that time, and he got bullied out of his previous camp spot by this guy that threatened him and intimidated him and assaulted him. And everybody I don't know. It's so hard to see my friends suffering through this. It's like, yeah, I live indoors, but what good is it if my friends aren't trying to come up too? And they're not all of them are ready, and I get that. But for the ones that are, it's like I try to offer them the support services that I went through because they helped me.
Yeah.
But all I had to do was show up, or not even show up. All I had to do was be where I lived, and they would come to me, and I just had to fill out paperwork. That's how I got my apartment. I was there, and I took the time to fill the shit out. And I don't know that everybody has that kind of time or desire to really get a place, but I want them all to have somewhere to go because this moving around shit it's not conducive to any type of survival in the long term, and it's definitely not conducive to crime.
Well, and I think you said something that is important too, in the combination of things. It's not the service providers or the agencies walking up and actually saying, hey, we've got a building, a location for you to be able to move into. Can we right now fill out this paperwork, go through this process so that you can load up and move into that place, right? And for a lot of people, protecting the little bit that they have left is more important than abandoning it for the risk of it being stolen or destroyed while they're on the effort to come up.
New places, yeah.
And in 2018, I used to have an office just outside the Capitol, and probably 5 or 6 of my staff were coming in at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning to drop stuff off. I had a closet set aside. Then they'd go catch some Z's, come in at noon or something like that,
Well, I don't like to call it homeless. I like to call it housing insecure. At least
Did I just say the word homeless?
housing insecure.
Did I just say that? I apologize.
No. I say homeless. I don't say homeless. I like to say housing insecure just because it puts not. I don't want to say like a positive face on not having anywhere to live. It just makes it seem less. People are when I say I have a housing insecurity, I feel like they don't look down on me so much as to say, when I say homeless, like it puts a spin on it to where they're like, oh, housing insecure. I can understand that, not how homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless, it's like they make it seem like they vilify the homeless.
I think you got one more piece of cord over there.
They vilify us for not having anywhere to go, but
Yeah.
it's not always our fault. It's not always drugs and alcohol. Like, I was beat up and raped by an uncle, and my family took his side because I wouldn't give him drug money. And that's what set me up. There's people that have more going on than drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
I had to escape from my family because they only took his side. My sister pointed out the bruises on my neck, and that's what put me out here. The fact that you saw that and you still took his side. That's pretty fucked up.
Wow.
And it's not everybody has drugs and alcohol as an issue. Other people are fleeing abuse, familial legacies of abuse. And it's shit like that, you have to put a positive spin on things, otherwise you're going to drive yourself crazy.
Well, I appreciate you taking your time to talk with me today. Again, my name is Brian.
And Cake.
Cake, it's nice to meet you. I know that this is a thing today, so I don't want to take up too much time. But I do want to let you know that that hoodie that you're wearing, I'm the guy that put the screen on the back of it.
Well, I appreciate it because I am a human. These are all my friends out here that are housing insecure, but they're still humans.
I value that so much, and I'm wondering if there's a way that I might pause my mic for a second.
At the moment, but I want to find a way to be able to advocate for my housing insecure individuals, because I feel like if there's someone out here who lives the struggle or has lived it and is a little more articulate, they can maybe get the not sees because they don't see to understand our plight. You can put it in big words that they can understand.
Yeah. Before you move, can we see your hoodie again?
Yeah. I like the front of it too, because it says Sprouts, but that's one of my favorite places to eat.
Yeah. So you're a human, and this is our message to the mayor.
Yep.
I appreciate you so much today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cake.
Yeah, I love you.
I love you too.
Thanks.
Do you know where the next encampment, like where they're headed?
I saw at the exchange. That's the Needle Exchange is probably the best place to go to find out when they're doing the sweeps because they have a whiteboard inside with the dates of the sweeps that they're doing. And I think the next one they're doing is Friday, Washington and Colfax.
I think that's actually tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Friday, we're supposed to start getting what is going to be.
Up to 40 inches or something crazy. They said. Well, March is like the month.
Yeah, March is the month of insanity. It came in like a lamb, so you know it's going to be a lion of a month.
I had my daughter 18 years ago on March 5th, and 2 weeks after that, around St. Patty's Day, there was a blizzard, and the snow came up to like here, and I was so terrified because it was my first kid. It's my only kid, but we made it.
Yeah, they say that this is going to be possibly the worst one in 9 years.
Okay, well, knowing that,
Be
it
safe.
sets me up for success, and
Yeah.
I have a great solution on building fires for warmth. The double wall sealed vacuum like cups, you know, the Yeti cups or whatever. Take those cardboard, wax, hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, and it'll burn all night.
Have you
And it
met
doesn't
Virya,
smoke.
the Buddhist?
Oh, no.
So at that corner right over there, there's food
Oh yeah.
and the donuts and everything.
Uh-huh.
And on Mondays at City Hall at about
The
4
City Hall.
14th and Bannock, right outside the park.
Okay.
We set up
I remember where they had the camping, the camp-in or whatever, right?
right that same zone.
Okay.
We have food, clothing, and heaters.
Okay.
So we actually are like your knowledge. Like a woman just brought 2 giant bottles of hand sanitizer, and Virya and I were talking about frostbite, and people losing their fingers and toes and things like that.
He was at the Sunset Lafayette encampment. I think he actually had to go to the hospital to get some toes removed or a couple fingers. And I don't know how that's changed him, but there were nights where I knew he struggled the most, so I taught him ways to stay warm and how to insulate his tent and put another tent up inside his tent for better ventilation and for better warmth. And what to burn and what not to burn. Because one night he actually had coals burning in his tent. I'm like, are you trying to die?
Wait, let the bus pass for the noise for me. Tell us again, coals.
Yeah, like charcoal.
Okay, so like briskets.
Yeah.
You don't want that in your
No,
thing.
because what it puts out is that carbon monoxide, and that will kill you.
Okay.
If you have that enclosed area, plus the lack of oxygen from the fire sucking up all the oxygen, that's a recipe for disaster.
So instead, you want to use what?
I would use take some cardboard and roll it up real tight. Get a double wall sealed vacuum cup if you can. If not, just a regular can will work. But put something under it, like preferably with salt in another container. So if it falls, salt's not flammable, and it'll help to stop the spread. Because I did get set on fire a couple months ago.
Oh, because like the alcohol.
Yeah, they're very flammable, and since the bottoms of the tents are made of that same
Unstable.
plastic stuff, it's very, very, very caustic. But if you set yourself up, you plan. We don't fail to plan, or plan to fail. We fail to plan. Sometimes.
Yeah.
And I try to cover all my bases. Salt as a layer under, in a pan. Then your cup in the middle of that. Then you put your cardboard, your candle wax, like shavings, and hand sanitizer and rubbing alcohol.
Okay.
It burns blue, which is the hottest flame, and it stays lit for a very long time, and it will smell.
I know that we use some of these, but we're experimenting with some different stuff. Cake, I would love it if you could come down on a Monday.
Okay.
This Monday might be a little wet and cold,
Yeah.
so I would understand if you didn't make it. But I think that even if you have time before it's over to meet Virya, there's a team, and they have been making things out of aluminum cans and tea lights.
Well, there's tea lights and those clay pots.
Yeah, we do that
Upside
too.
down. I used to stay in the rail yard at 10th and Osage, and I stayed in one of those buildings. And what I did, because I saw it on Pinterest or something, and I was like, I'm gonna try that. I had a single tea light and the plate, and I put a notch in the bottom of the pot, and I put it over it, and then I laid it under a chair, and then I put my blankets or whatever over that chair, and I'd sleep under it, and it kept me warm all night.
See, so these are the things that we're doing. But I think that your experience actually utilizing them, I've learned from you right now.
Oh, well, thank you.
And so I would love it if the people who are on that experimental team could learn from you as well. And because they're the ones who do it more regularly, they're probably going to get more than I just did. You know what I mean?
And I also have one of those oil lamps this one was really cool. I'm hoping that I have to go back over to Lafayette and see if they still have it. But it was It was a Pure Hand oil lamp.
Bring that stuff, nigga. I picked that up and I got this in my hand.
Oh no, that's my friend Steve-O's stuff.
Oh.
I had a oil lamp, and I was using the charcoal fluid, like to start the charcoals, to burn with the wicks.
Yeah.
And it gave off its own heat too, but it was so cool because it was from West Germany.
Nice. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of that with the different fluids and fuels.
Well, the charcoal oil, the charcoal fluid, fire starter stuff, that works very well. I don't know what it's called. I get hit by a car and I lost my vocabulary, and sometimes words
Sure.
just escape me.
Sure.
Other times I'm.
Well, you, like I said, you might see and you might be able to, because when they come, they have like 5 or 6 buckets full of different things.
Okay.
And you might be able to be like, hey, I see you have this and this, but you're not using them together, and they would work really well, you know? For example, I go shopping, and I'm going to be going to buy the coffee cups that you speak about, the water bottles. What we do, one of the things that I do is I bring these, when we go feed people, we try to have metal forks and plastic plates and plastic cups.
I still have a bamboo fork from my time outside. 'Cause
Nice.
I have the non-stick pans and it helps.
Right. But then we take all the food plates and everything back and wash them every week. So we're not making a landfill out of
You know
it.
those bowls that are silicone for like dogs to drink out of?
Yeah, yeah.
I have one of those that I use at home now too, but and I bring it with me sometimes when I come out. And that's a good way to have plates and stuff to eat off of, because hepatitis A I think was a real big thing last year because people weren't washing their hands properly. And at my tent I had a gray water station. I had a bucket that they could drop their old points in, because when I was on 17th and Lafayette, I got stabbed in the back in October. And I just felt like, well, okay, you're going to stab me right here. I spilled blood here. I'm claiming this block. So I stayed on Park Ave in Lafayette in a tent, and it was a 4-man tent. It was great. I got one of the guys who I guess founded the Crips, helped found the Crips in Colorado, gave me the tent. And it was, for me, that was like the most humane thing that I've seen or heard of a gangster type person doing. But with my scar, and it was by a black guy that hates black people, which I still can't wrap my mind around.
Wow.
But got stabbed, and it's right here.
Wow.
But I'm still out here showing
Missed
my
your
love.
spine just barely, huh?
Barely.
How come you're not in your apartment?
Because I'm helping Steve-O move.
Oh, okay, cool. Right on.
Yeah, if you need any help, let me know, Patrick.
All right.
Okay.
Listen, I could talk to you for hours, Kate, but I know there's so much to do today.
Yeah, and I'm just out here because I love everything.
Yeah, I get it. So if you get a chance to stop by on one of these Monday nights, it'd be great. Otherwise, I'm sure I'll see you around because I run in these
I have one more useful tip, I think.
things,
If
yeah.
you make a candle, or if you make a wick, so you can put oil in a cup and burn just the oil. Make a wick, you can use a t-shirt, cut it into strips. You soak it in salt water, it doesn't burn as fast.
Salt water.
Yeah, soak it in salt water, let it dry, and it won't do that soot, that tarry thing, when they burn down and it burns too fast. It won't burn too fast, and it won't leave off some ash.
Salt water.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Thank you.
You're welcome. What was your name again?
Brian.
Brian,
They
nice
call
to meet
me, sometimes they call me Cut. My YouTube channel is Cut the Plastic.
Okay.
And I have, social media, whatever. My idea is to be environmental while being humane and teach new ways of doing things.
And that's a good way to repurpose clothes that you don't wear anymore and you want to help somebody.
Yeah, no, I mean, the clothing that you are wearing right now, some of it is repurposed,
I love that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Everybody.
Thanks. So, as we walk the block here to show you what's happening on the other side of the street, there's tents that are torn up. There's bikes. And what they've done to this location is they've broken it up by area of tentage, right? So it's a lot of trash left behind. We're waiting for the people. So here's the deal, guys. I want to let you know that my Cash App $ Cut the Plastic is going to go to buying blankets, socks, gloves, those coffee cups, the water bottles. I mean, that lady said take a Yeti double-layered stainless steel coffee cup and multi-layer fill it. It creates a mixture of a nice blue heat flame. that'll survive all night. Now, I'm going to tell you that some of these people over here have been living in the neighborhood on the timeline of 6 months. We're in March, December, January, February, March, and I was going to say they started in like November. Maybe even October or September. Some of these people were out here. I got my Moderna shot 2 days ago, and so my arms are. She got shot in is a little weak. So here we have a police officer overseeing EHS while people are packing their stuff. Yeah, they do. Because I buy it at Goodwill by the pound and then give it to them to utilize. I gave up my coffee cup the other day. I had a nice $75, maybe $50 Yeti coffee cup. And I absolutely had somebody that was like took me to a place that people needed to be, sleeping in a vehicle, and I had a cup full of coffee and I gave it to him. So that Cash App is $ cut the plastic, and we'll buy some more stuff for him today. Currently, I think I have $40 in the pool that I'm gonna go shopping with. The sun's gonna come out today. It is coming out now, but thank you very much, Chuck. Move along to where? That's right. And by the way, Blivitz, I still have that thing you gave me waiting on a mask. It's still sitting in the same spot I put it. I should take a moment to say hi to everybody. Adjust Your Focus, Chuck Bronson, V7 Avalon, Carol Funk. You fed these people on 5th and Broadway. Yeah. I drop off food in this neighborhood on a regular, Carol. Most Saturdays, actually. Every Saturday. I'm in this neighborhood dropping off food out of my car to these some of these tents and or houses nearby. I'm not worried, actually, Blivitz, but I'm updating. We're supposed to be in the final stages of the design on the mask being on the imprint, so they can actually do it. Right? Because they just don't want fabric with like, here's a logo, here's a logo, here's a logo. They got to do the outline of the mask so that I just cut the thing. One print. Masks on the fabric. The news. Chuck sent you. Thank you for being here. Wobbly Boost. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do remember I'm indicating that there's going to be up to 3 feet of snow this weekend. It was raining this morning. Very cold. You can see the clouds still breaking up in the sun behind me. I'm gonna get up in the feed a little bit here and see. You guys are chatting all the way along. Human Love Solidarity, thank you. Frank Sturgill. Innocent Auditor. Man, did you hear, Cake? They were amazing, weren't they? Speaking their truth and power. I did get a couple of those highlights. And, you know, this is a kind of a mixed stage where I want to show you right now because we have the deconstruction of homes, but there is accumulated waste. Why is there accumulated waste? Well, because when I show up with my food, I don't always take trash away with me, right? Sometimes I do. There's no services, right? The city doesn't have a designated communication that they are going to come and pick up the trash at places where people beg it. You have to be extra special and work extra hard for that. And then, of course, these EHS workers unmasked in a biohazard zone. Not much. Keeping track of the world. Princess and the Pirate, hello, hello. Too Tall Rob, thanks for being here. Oh, well, as soon as we get one, we're going to have 20. So I don't make one mask at a time anymore. I do a manufacturing process, by the way, in the Ford model. So we're going to cut 20 or 30 masks out at a time. We're going to sew the same stitch 20 or 30 times in a row before we go to the next one. Yes, Carol, I know you need a mask. I'll get some in my vehicle for Sunday because I'm not going north. I'm not going south, I mean. Oh, Bronson's got a baby? Congratulations. Yeah, we're going to get this lion of a march. I ain't lying, it's snowing cold. Look at this guy over here, though. He's loading up. He's got a bicycle cart. He's got totes. Stuff gets stacked. He's got property and organization to it. He's not a rookie. By the way, did you see the new shirts? It says, I am a human. Take the week off, Carol. You don't have to. Right? Seriously. Take the week off. We'll get you when we get you. Denver is a very bike-friendly community. Well, V7, I'm going to tell you, I don't think that COVID's a hoax. I think that it's real. I think that recycling in the 70s was fake, especially in the 90s.
Nothing like trying to arrest for not getting off the street.
What? Right there, that person?
Are you refusing an order to get off the street? It's like, no, man. I'm just trying to offer some bags.
What's your name and badge number?
Don't worry, we've got all that covered. Except they just tried to illegally sweep at 4th and Broadway. But we had to walk up on it and be like, no. This wasn't posted. You can't do that. And they got pushed back from the cops. Finally, they walked away. But like 2 blocks away, they're just trying to illegally sweep. I got the whole thing on camera. It's such fucking bullshit.
Good for you. I want you to put that in a safe space.
Is this the...
That is a sample of a media request.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yes. So I have a digital file, but I wanted you to have eyes on it for a second and actually like understand what it looked like. Basically, there's some rules that you can read up on about fair use and sharing. So if the news wants it, there's a media pool and you share it kind of thing.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. If you send me a digital file, that'd be great.
I don't know if I have your email.
Oh, I'll get it to you.
Mine
I have
is
your email.
mine is pretty easy.
Yeah,
So I do tell people not to message because the text messages get buried,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I'll reach out. I'll get your email.
Sometimes I get a message. I'll send it to like started responding to something. I get distracted or I want to put some thought into it, and then a week or two goes by and that person messages me and I realize that I never responded because there's a draft sitting there waiting to go for their last comment. So we're supposed to. Have some snow this weekend.
Yeah. Potentially record-setting,
Yeah, potentially.
And not only are the 3 sweeps that are actually posted properly, but they also want to just get rid of some extra folks on the side just for giggles.
So where was this?
Right at 4th and Broadway. I was circling the camp to do a count and take some more photos on the other side, and I rocked up on 4 police cruisers next to these 4 tents on public property that they've been there, and there's no posting. That's not the 4th. Their 4th is not on any of the papers around here. And I walked up and I was like, I turned on my camera and I was like, can you explain what's going on here? Because these folks don't have to leave. There's no posting. There's no public health emergency. Like, this is not authorized. And they're like, yeah, well, we tell people to move off so that they don't get caught up in a sweep. And it's like, no. And not only that, this is for the first time I've never heard this. They said not only do they have to leave that space, there's a 10-block radius around the place that they're sweeping that they cannot go to. So the officer was like, you have to go south of Alameda. And the people were packing up and like, okay, because they're so fucking beaten down that they're just like, fine, man, just fucking whatever. If I hadn't walked around the corner and like turned on a camera, they would have been gone.
Damn it! I was interviewing Cake. I don't know if you know who Cake is, but they now have a green Sprouts hoodie that says "I am human." I'm a human.
Yeah, there's a lot of them hopping around.
Did you? Are you starting to get the photos of that?
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
grabbing them
cannot wait. Feel free to tag me. Of course, that was our
cool.
screen house that did it.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I know that Blair designed it. Yeah.
I think it's public.
Yeah,
But
BS designed it. So and
Whatever.
Then Dana but it was. I think the people who actually printed it.
our shop
Yeah.
shop is the one that printed it.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is my old Occupy shirt on the back that I was like, I'm wearing it. I'm like, oh, let's do that right now.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to continue to do those in a model that allows for used, donated, or recycled clothing.
Cool.
Instead of like as a shop mandating that new stuff is bought.
Yeah. No. For sure.
And it'd make it financially advantageous for everybody. So
That's awesome.
I'm excited by it.
Yeah.
And I hope you get some good pictures because I can't wait.
Yeah,
like
I
I'm
will.
giddy about the new project that I want to see tagged.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
like
Plus it says Measures the Mayor on the bottom, which is great.
yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. And
That's my jam.
and I just like people think sometimes it gets stressful because our world is so busy and it's not they don't know all the work we do, right? They're like, oh, Brian makes masks, right? Well, yeah, I do that too,
Yeah.
right? I do this too, and I do
That's plastic though.
cut the plastic, environmental sustainability, recycling, the whole kit and caboodle. I'm about ready to start getting signatures on the ballot issue. Well, you saw that the other day.
Yeah, for sure.
So all of that stuff. The news wants to go camp here now. If you have no better place to sunburn, the sidewalk is perfectly legal. Oh, I'm. The world wants to know if I can who I'm standing here talking to.
Oh, the world can no.
Okay,
Never mind.
so say hi.
Hey, you can always tell me in sunflower mask.
Right, that's a beautiful one, by the way.
Thanks.
We're just hanging out, watching the stuff. what is it? It's a time and a half for the off-duty cop
Before 8 o'clock.
who secures the location.
Oh,
with-
that for EHS, yeah. The
Right.
third party cop. He gets, well, it's not time and a half. He gets, there's an extra 36% billed back to the city by EHS. So whether the cop gets that, I don't know. But the EHS is getting, they're paying a lot more for.
I think they
a police
calculated
officer.
it to a buck and 150 an hour or something like that.
It's obscene.
I can't remember.
Let alone the differential for all the cops that were here before 8 a.m. They're just sitting around in their cruisers. There's 17 police vehicles here right now, as of 20 minutes ago when I did a count. So like, what the fuck, Denver?
Get it together.
Get it together.
So yeah, I've been bringing food out here, and we'll see y'all. Keep on it. Be good. Outside the hospital too, nonetheless. And I just learned that there were 13 people still in the burn unit frostbite.
Yeah.
So if you get a time later, I don't know if you're on Twitter or whatever. I put my Cash App up on a picture with the mayor's blazing eyes and
yeah.
Lucifer photo. I kind of co-opted it a little bit, but I'm going to Goodwill after I leave here
Nice.
to get blankets and cups and this human cake was talking about how the double-walled stainless steel coffee cups or water bottles
Yeah.
are good for the heating, and maybe they don't burn you so much or something,
Okay, yeah.
right? Because of the double wall.
Sure.
So you don't like a single layer can. You can get hot and burn your fingers from
Yeah.
touching it.
That's a good shout.
So we're gonna work on some more ideas.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks ago, the mutual aid machine of the city kicked into gear and saved a lot of lives, and like, I'm expecting them to do the same this
Well,
weekend.
and that's why I'm going today, because I can't wait till Friday. It's my birthday.
Oh.
And when I did this last time on the day of the storm, like, I ruined relationships. I was really angry.
Yeah.
My roommate and I really just didn't work well after that because of some things. So I really, I'm trying to be more self-care aware.
Fair.
And so today is the day to do this, and then that's it. Right? I'm not going to stress on it for 4 days in a row.
Yeah. And also, like, I know that you know this, but everybody that you talk to, like, so few people have phones and know that the storm is even coming.
Yeah,
So, like, everyone that you talk
No,
to, on the street, inform them of how bad it's going to be.
exactly.
Because they're like, oh, it's a snowfall, but this is not just a snowfall.
No, it's going to be the worst storm in 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a real fucking mess.
By when? I just heard her saying by when. So then they realize that we're here and they have to keep it down. Pardon me? Block away.
Yeah.
You want us to bring you some? Yeah, absolutely.
I'll bring you a cup.
So these 3 were legal
Oh, yeah.
or authorized.
Except, well, they didn't notify D-Hole necessarily for one of the days. I think they notified D-Hole on Thursday, and these signs say Wednesday or Thursday. So there was a little bit of a gray area where we weren't sure if it was fully above board, but it was at least like 6.5 days. So yes, they were technically legal.
That's the pictures that we need right there.
Except he's, the guy who is passing them out. So
I know.
Not the best.
I know, but still, it's still good on him.
it does.
Cake right in front of me?
Oh no, just saying it's funny.
What'd you say,
Here's the
cake?
picture I'm getting.
He said all should have had him on. I hung out here for
Well,
2 hours last night.
yeah, no,
Patrick
folks.
has them and Kevin had one.
I gave away like 30 of them down here last night. These guys are fucking chill.
Yeah, they've been here for a month too, or more.
Didn't it just the north side of
Yeah.
no, north side, south side got this is weird. They're jumping over to here.
Probably because there's a bigger pile of debris right there that can be hauled off.
Yeah,
And
they're still on.
using they're coordinating some of the moves inside that, so the people that are packing down are fairly clean slate, where the time to mitigate this might be.
Unfortunately, a lot of that is actually his stuff. He's not the most organized individual, but I've worked with him a lot, and it's not actually a lot of garbage. He needs to pack that stuff up and get a cart. But someone took his cart because he offered it to them to help them move, and they haven't come back. So he's having a rough day. I'm gonna go get him a cup of coffee.
Okay, you do that. By all means. So I guess there was an attempt to move people that are not located exactly in the.
On Broadway, they tried to move him. John told them not to fucking move. He's like, you guys can stay here. There's no fucking sign. They didn't tell you guys to go. Oh, he's not happy. That poor guy.
Yeah.
Fucking sad. Real sad.
So what we got going on, 0 Hour? This is
He said, don't even come close to this shit. And then they won't even let us go in there and help.
traumatic displacement.
Yeah.
And so here we got city workers and a guy packing, and John will be back in a moment. But we're going to communicate real quickly.
What do you want to know, bro? What do you want to know? You want to know that it's a trap once you get on the streets? You want to know that we're stuck out here, that we can't take everything that we own to work, that we can't take showers to even get a job, let alone save enough money to do whatever. So, all these people out here that think that they're just so much better than we are, they're only one paycheck away from being out here too.
You're right.
So, you know,
So wait, you're gonna make him move when he's not done with his stuff, cleaning up?
So he's waiting for his cart to be returned.
He loaned his card out to somebody.
Get off the street. Okay, you need to get off the street right now. All right.
Okay.
Are you refusing to get off the street? Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. That's fine.
I haven't said a word to you.
So, but you're not moving. You
I
are not moving. So,
I asked a question.
Okay.
We're waiting for an answer.
I didn't
Your
even ask the
questions right
question.
now.
I'm not talking to you.
You need to
What's
move
your name and
stuff.
badge number?
You
What's your name and badge
I'll tell you
number?
what, I will write it on your ticket, and you will have it. Okay? How's that? 76 ticket. Protesters on the street.
We didn't refuse to do anything. It's all on camera.
But you're not moving.
We're asking you a question and you're being rude.
No, I'm not being rude. I'm
You're not being
asking you
rude?
to get off the street.
Hey, if you answer my question,
Get off
We're
the
asking
street,
to
dude.
communicate with you about the
This is
fact
not-
that
this is not-
the person
you're
that you're
forcing
that
somebody
you're-
to move. Fuck you.
Hey, John!
John!
Just stay on the sidewalk, man. If you leave the sidewalk.
What's your name and badge number? We're still waiting for your name and badge number.
What's your name and badge number?
My name. Get off the street right now.
Your name is Get Off the Street?
Just get off the street.
Your
I'll
name
tell
is
you.
Get Off the
Get off the
Street.
street. All right, there you go. All right.
What's your name and badge
do you
number?
Understand? Do you understand?
Do you understand that we asked
If
you a question
go-
5 minutes ago?
Hold on. If you get on the street
Stop.
again,
What is your
you
name and
will
badge
be
number?
arrested. Do you understand that?
Hey, employee
Somebody
identify.
step away.
I am identifying right now.
You have not done that
Identify.
yet.
Talking. Officer LaPierre 06075.
Officer Lapiro.
That's right.
Do you understand that that individual over there is in the middle of moving and packing their property?
You're throwing his shit away.
That's not true.
You're
Yes, it
moving
is.
property.
He's not done yet.
As a member of the
He said he
press,
wasn't done.
I am videotaping.
He said he wasn't done.
I'm also in a sidewalk crosswalk. I'm inside the
You need
code.
to stop. The guy loaned his, sir, he loaned his card out to somebody else, and now the card's not back yet, so they're going to throw his stuff away. That's not fair. He was doing a good thing. Like,
We're working out with it. We're not
they were throwing his stuff in the dumpster.
talking to him. I'm sure they're asking him what he needs and what he wants to get rid of. Good luck. He's coming over here.
We just sent a guy to get this guy a coffee and a donut so that he can finish packing. I love it. Ooh, you want to wake up the beast.
Look, they're fucking doing it. He's upset. And he said, we'll talk to him. Fuck that.
They're gonna trash your shit.
Come on, man. Hey, you got a cigarette? I'll pay you.
Inside the cones! This is why we say happy fuck the cops day. I'm inside the cones, motherfucker. Now, how many officers does it take to move somebody compassionately? Because this currently looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 police officers to watch one peaceful packing up.
Rather not stand here and film me, we'd rather help. Like human beings,
Right?
you know?
You're a human?
I'm a human.
It's the message to the mayor.
Please understand this is a Arapaho Ute in Cheyenne land.
Outside of Four Winds, right?
We would have our name and badge number on our tickets.
Yeah. You want my name and badge number? You can have it on your ticket. Holy shit, is that what you're gonna tell the judge?
He's still trying to pack up. You know, can you just wait a little bit for to let him pack up? Yeah. Instead of just shoveling his shit like it's trash. This is his stuff. You know, this is how he lives. He's surviving in the street, you know, or just shoveling his stuff away like he's a piece of trash. It's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. Every single one of you.
Hey guys, just watch the back so with the traffic.
Yeah, we're trying to stay inside the cones, huh?
I know.
See how the cone's out there?
I just don't want to.
Everybody's inside the cone line.
We got the lights on for the cars.
Well, that's good.
Slow them down so they
That's good. Hey, I got a question. You're a sergeant.
Yes, Mr. Roma.
If you find a backpack with heroin needles in it,
Yeah, we already dealt with that. It wasn't his.
what do you do with it?
Well, we came down there and took possession because that's contraband, but it wasn't that guy's backpack.
Okay.
So the officers didn't want to take that backpack.
Even though it had contraband in it that they saw.
Well, did they see it then, or when did they see it?
So the video evidence shows that Harvey opened the bag and saw what was inside, closed it, and put it back.
Well, we also have the issue of if it's private property, that if we confiscate it, we could get into that. But
It's heroin.
well, I don't know if he knew it was heroin. There was needles in there. Everybody has needles now, right? And if they're on the needles,
They were loaded.
Okay, well, we took care of it, right?
I know, but I'm just asking about the policy.
Did we take care of it?
I don't know if the policy
We took
changed.
care of it.
Okay, well, you knew about it, so that's good.
Well, that's because that's at my station. So,
Okay.
but we appreciate you calling and letting us know.
Yeah.
But seriously, be careful. I just don't want you.
No, absolutely. I want this little one, though, to be understood that to get your badge number and name is not by citation. It's by polite communication. And we don't have to be assholes to them when they're not assholes to us.
No, just mutual respect for each other.
Sergeant, there was no mutual respect there. I was attempting to communicate that this person gave their cart up and that John was on his way to get coffee and donuts because he's a little stressed out. So instead of loading everything up and hauling it away in the trash, maybe one of these people who does the packing and helping could be of assistance.
Well, they have all their policies and procedures they follow, and they follow it to a T.
Right. And one of those things is that these people are allowed to help now.
I mean, the Nazis followed their rules to a T too, and I mean that was
no.
wrong.
It's not the stuff that you always do. Oh, it's just because we always do it. Look at that. Oh, good excuse, Sergeant.
It's not an urgent matter.
We always do it. It's based on the stuff we always do.
Are they going to bother
Clearly,
somebody
it's not a big deal. If that was that important in that moment to bother him right then,
That's trauma-informed care.
God damn it.
The answer is trauma-informed care. Understanding when somebody's in a mental health state. Stay inside the cones. You don't want to get hit by traffic.
Is that
All that is not aluminum from smoking meth. It's Mylar to keep the heat in. Right? That's Mylar. You saw a foam pad? That's to keep the body off the ground. Cold gets the ground gets cold. You can freeze. So did anybody get that name and badge number on that little shit over there? I can't remember what it was.
They're actually asking and designating what's trash and what's not. So just so you know.
Thank you.
How much of that would they not use it for a little, but they're not been getting stuff?
Trauma-informed care is 7 guns focused while you're packing. I mean, we literally were just like, hey, we're gonna go get you coffee and a donut. We'll be right back to keep you helped out. And then you're gone. Did you hear me yelling your name?
Yeah, that's when I turned around and started running. But I was like, no one would shout my name that loud unless something really bad was happening. What do you know?
And yeah, literally, like, they moved the garbage truck. We're talking about how they moved it. They moved it right to his fucking spot.
It's like I said, like, exactly as I explained it. He didn't have a cart. That was his stuff. It just looked like garbage because it was on the ground. But, like, it wasn't. And they don't care about that nuance at all.
Just like the city workers, good city workers who are tasked to do this job, they quit. That's what they do. They quit.
So Jay Harvey over there still doesn't have his name and badge number on his jacket either. But he might be explaining that you can't just tell Loma that you're gonna arrest him like he did. I mean, like, literally, we didn't even say a word. I was fucking silent. Are you refusing to obey my orders? I didn't say a thing. Oh, sorry.
I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Yeah. I'll keep my voice down.
Thank you so much.
You know what else?
So don't. They're asking not to be screamed at.
Stop screaming. Listen, it's a murder. I live here, dumbass. Okay, sorry. Oh, look at this. She's got some eyes. Who is that?
Huh?
Who are the people that are behind every badges?
Oh, that's the Star team.
Star team. Love them. I can tell I love them.
Star?
Being facetious.
Yeah.
They're just like,
There's a nice hammer for pounding ground, stuff in the ground. Some Jimi Hendrix there.
look, there's food in there. I can see some food.
Yeah, we just gotta. That's just let it go. Just.
Why won't it? There's carrots and there's apples.
And there's Mylar.
What?
And there's Mylar. I'm going to Goodwill today to buy more. Right? It's despicable.
It's despicable.
But this is our life. This is the streets. This is the city.
They're literally shoveling food, y'all. And there's a bag of oranges, a bag of onions, a bag of carrots. They're literally shoveling food. This is her home. This is all of her belongings. And they're just crushing it. I mean, it's sick how symbolically, like, ironic it is. And that they're literally using, like, claws of destruction to fucking throw people's shit away.
Jackets. Blankets.
Blankets. It's like,
remember, we're expecting 3 to 4 feet of snow this weekend as all these layers of clothing are hauled off. Now, just more to recognize.
and like, and I just love how the cops don't do anything. They stand around and they just watch. It's like, you really want to watch this? Like, why don't you? Wouldn't you want to help? I don't know. I would not want to just stand around and watch something like this. I'd at least want to help. Then they facilitate. They're not helping either. Solid waste of time. That's what Denver Public Works is. Solid time. Solid waste of it. Solid waste of time. Solid waste of money. Denver Public Works. Solid waste, like we claim to be a city of sustainability, right? That's the bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, there's a can of tuna that I just saw roll on. Oh, look, there's more cans of food. Like throwing away food, y'all. I mean, people living on the streets. It's just what is going on? How many jackets are in that one load? How many? Let's see. Let's do like a bubblegum jar. You know? Yeah. How many fucking jackets are in there?
I count at least 6 that I've watched thrown off already.
Look, right there. There's 2 blankets, three jackets. Oh, there's a head of pillow. There is anti-flammable stuff. There's hair pants. Oh, there's a loaf of bread. No, but so someone's paperwork. Hey, there goes someone's paperwork. Could be their birth certificate for all we know. Like last, because they literally do that. They've thrown away someone's assets earned before. Give a fuck. Do not give a fuck. Cleaning supplies. This guy. How does this guy, white supremacist Mike over here, how the fuck is he sleeping? You know? I know. He's white.
Yeah, cars driving the lane.
What is this guy doing? Running over shit? Oh, another day at the office, I guess.
Now, just so that we have a variety of perspectives, then we understand what's going on here. This is the Service Provider Mental Health Center of Denver, MHCD. Those people back there that are with MHCD, this is where they work. And right outside are people packing. Volunteers of America, Colorado Branch, Youth and Family Center. Right? This free space here is not being as harassed. They're packing. Maybe it's because there's less trash and debris that's visible. Maybe it's because it's more managed. It's hard to tell. But this site here seems to be managing just fine. Now there were 4 or several other locations in which people are being just displaced, huh? Oh, we're gonna cross over here. go see where breakfast is at. As this traumatic displacement continues back there. We're on low battery power. Gotta go get juiced up and go shopping. So if anybody that's here has a few dollars, today's Cash App is all going straight to blankets and gloves, and maybe we'll buy some tarps and do it today, because when the snow starts falling on Friday, which is my birthday, I do not wish to be doing this. Denver Public Health, Department of Birth Certificates. Oh, another public service location. We got people eating cereal for breakfast. That makes me feel good. Welcome to Denver. City of Denver. Death and displacement. Food. Trash services. Coffee. Donuts. Breakfast. Food. Snacks. Hats, gloves, bras, underwear. Hoodies. What do you?
Or on the top
See one.
cooler, that might be easier.
Tell us about this campaign.
It is from taken from the sanitation workers strike back when Martin Luther King was assassinated. They had I am a man. And to give them I am a human.
So,
The cops have to think, oh God, people are fucking things. And it says message to the mayor. Because people fucking do.
yeah. All right, that's it, folks. Battery's dying. Talk to y'all soon. Much love.
I thought we were gonna get in trouble.
Hold on, I'm not dead yet. White Wolf, thank you for being here. Carol Funk, Frank Sturgill, Chuck Bronson, we really appreciate you. I can't wait to get that there. That was fun, wasn't it? Oh, I love a trigger happy cop. All right, appreciate, much love. Thanks everybody. Lacey, City of Denver could fix this problem, but they're choosing to do it in the wrong way. They're actually mass housing everybody in new projects instead of displacing and dispersing the housing through a failure to waive. We'll talk about that in the near future. Do you know what the voucher or the failure to waive issue